Alright, welcome back to the stream, guys. Uh, Picking up where we left off, we're going to go talk to this person's friend. Actually, first, I want to finish up some of these conversations before
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
What do you think of the ship, Pavarti?
It's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
Uh,
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
I was gonna make a joke about cooking with plasma torches, and she made it. Beat me to the punch. You should be a streamer.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains.
So
Dad
does
never
mine.
said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
I almost clicked that other option. That would have probably be like, "Yo, are you sure? You want to get rid of me?" And I'd be like, "Oh, no." And read. Not read. What's your name? Viker. Viker? Vicker. What? Sam? Sam unit. What does that stand for? I thought of a... Don't demonetize me. Yeah, we're past the first minute. Sam, stupid ass machine. Probably gonna guess that's what it means. That sounds like it'd be on point for comedy. Does Viker go away? Just leave? Did missing? No, he's not over there. On this area. Sealed. Oh, I don't see it anymore. Just gotta take a quick. That's checking right. Oh. I guess he's gone. Up and left. So I'm gonna go through some of his dialogue choices, see what he wanted to talk about. Guess not.
Welcome back, Captain.
Just ask
How
about
can I
Sam.
be of assistance?
I saw this Sam unit.
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Alright.
I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
You sleep? It's a joke, right? Not even I sleep. That's right. Haven't
I
slept
so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool and whimper.
That's not creepy. Ooh, Chinese checkers.
Next.
First SAM result. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance. Was not a. That makes much more sense. On a mechanical and Emerald Vale scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part Sud Sleep Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat-modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. But I do. I'm giving up hope on delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news! I heard of a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper. I can't, filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Rose Pit Way. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following the next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Alright. So, there we go. Got a side quest, boys. And girl. I'm sure there might be one girl that watches my Stung content. I don't know. Roseway. Well, I'm not going to go there now. We're going to go to the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Got a sec?
Oh, yeah. I guess.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Tennyson? Isn't it the people in the Tennyson... Is it Tenpenny Towers? Tennyson Towers? All three? What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Alright, sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Nope. I'm very confused where Viker went. Viker Max. Here, Viker. Where are you, Viker? What? I can now examine. This is not a petunia. Cool. First wrench Dad gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Oh, this is Pavarti's room. This is no one's room. This is This is Vector's room. Oops. I'm an idiot. I missed him
I
completely.
find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain? I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
I do speak French. Bonjour. All right, yeah.
What about you? What's your story?
Well, scientist name's Nope. Yeah.
And how did he do that?
Just shot me up with a bunch of chemicals.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Helping recover some more chemicals, save the rest.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
A commendable attitude. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What is a philosophist?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu.
Terra 2?
He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
All right.
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Thank you, Captain.
All right. So engineering, some sort of list. Talk to doctor's friend. God, so many transitions. Oh, select up to 2. Wow. This game is a AAA game. Nice. Better than Fallout. Well, except for Fallout 3, where you could have literally every single companion follow you. That was pretty cool.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little backfay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Just arrived?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Notice you're in the middle of an argument.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Okay. What happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Yep, definitely mine.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama.
Serial
Hey,
killer?
I don't
No.
want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Feeling that he's going to be a companion. Steal. Steal. Alright, I don't want to go main quest, empty man, drinking. Alright, which one is closer? 37. Oh, this one's so much closer. Alright.
Customs and inspection, right?
Ooh. Alright, what can we sell? Oops. E sells. Oh, C sells junk. And yeah, we'll keep that.
This way!
Revolver. Tactical shotgun. Automag pistol. How much is this? 640? Like a good weapon. Yeah, plenty. Oh, Captain Corporal.
Identification, please.
Yep. Here you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker.
Can I just shoot him?
His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
All right.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, get my ship unmounted.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you bring an empty belly.
Okay.
You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Imagine.
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. It goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help.
What?
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Do you have to pee? I bet he has to pee.
All right.
Alright.
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I'm here about the bounty.
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
Lying under the influence of illegal substances, assaulting 2 officers.
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum. Kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now to hunt him down ourselves. But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does, I fully plan to lock him in ISO with them 2 officers he wounded. Thinking he won't like that one bit. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Oh, leg day.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Jeez.
Then get to business or get moving.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister? Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters. Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly.
All right. Oh my gosh. Martin.
Carry on.
Okay, thank goodness. Quest objective requires you to enter. If caught inside, you'll be shot inside using disguise.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar. Shipped in and out with.
No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Bram?
Okay.
This is Halcyon News.
Careful
We
where you
interrupt
smell.
your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
How do I get back there?
If you got a complaint, what's that noise?
What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
I thought it was supposed to be...
Shh. Nicely done.
So, holographic disguise activated. Your holograph shroud activated. Temporary access moving. Drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personal will see and talk your way out of interrogation. Reset your shroud. It will be hard to talk your way out the more you get. Okay, I'm gonna look into steel. Except for information. Yep, that's right. I'm here. So...
Wish I could do that.
There it is. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Sealed. And... Alright.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined
Dick
a
Cheney?
sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
You had stayed there, Vicar. What aren't you telling me?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
Seems awfully good.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Alright. So we're done with that on this. Uh, 190. 114. 103. 83. So like
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
thought Mardette was a person. Turns out, so I guess Steve Doors are workers and Mardette's are guards. Gordon Callahan.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Yeah, let's see what
Have a look.
Your merchant skill. Nice. Ooh. Ordnance helmet. Medium. Costume accessory. Lie +5. What the? What's the difference? Oh, I guess that, I don't know. I don't know. Hospital stick. Okay.
Are you listening to me, Emfuru? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
What seems to be the problem? Take care.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Yes.
See, Emfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Something I can help you with?
Yes, I'm medical.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
Yep.
If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Yeah.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Outlaws. Level 8. Alright. Doing a lot of talking. So let's focus on talking. Inspired stuff. Alright. Base health, damage, sprint speed. Let's go Strider. Alright.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
For the last Ratdodon rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she?
Nope.
Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Okay.
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
It's not the exit. Like how no one questions that. Just like, walk out of the thing and you just suddenly lose the disguise. It's like, oh, yep, nope, makes sense. Nope, that's somewhere else. Weapons of the Void. That's somewhere else. Alright, this
C&P chicken and potatoes.
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
Board patrol nicked a friend of mine. Iris.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Now, this should prove interesting, to say the least.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Sure, I'll see your wares. Oh. This is actually kind of cool armor. Dialogue skills +5. That's... Wow. How much is that? Oh yeah, I'm buying that. Sneak +5. Heavy weapons +5. Long guns +5. Tech skills, defense skills.
Welcome!
Ooh. I think I already have a better helmet though for lockpick. It's way far away. Bedford.
Have you seen this man?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Of noted terrorist.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he.
I am not.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yeah, sure did.
That's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
Escape pod accident.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship.
Thank you.
I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Yeah.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Yeah.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Ouch.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Wait, I see. Do you know how much
I
stress?
quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest. Ask away.
We're good for now. I'm not gonna tell him where Phineas Wells is. Don't trust him. I don't trust Wells either, but I'm not one to rat. Yeah, I know.
Wish I could...
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
Welcome aboard.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Meet me at the ship.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Alright. I don't know why I didn't keep her with us. Considering that I'm already done with all Victor's stuff. Alright, Empty Man is somewhere else. Cleaning Machine is somewhere else. Drinking Sapphire Wine. Over ya! A lot of talk in this episode.
Those XF411s?
These are...
And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least...
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
I'm the captain of Unreliable.
Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
There will not. Do it right.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Thanks.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Alright, well...
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Back bays?
Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off.
I love charging
The
off.
back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned, and a haven for miscreants now.
Don't you worry about me.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
2 levels from just talking. Let's get up there. Let's get up to there. Alright. Alright, that's pretty good. Now we need to start focusing on combat skills again. Okay, so we're done with that. Done with that. I'm down and kill Captain McCreed.
This is Halcyon News.
Sublite contractor.
Miss Lilia takes good care of us, see? The authorities stay off our tails.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Nice.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers.
That sounds...
You the one flying the Unreliable?
That's me.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
Okay.
Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Nope, never heard of you.
A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to.
You don't know what my
It's
name
nice
is, though.
to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities. Your words, not mine. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Sublight, a legitimate business. Contractors. If the authorities are on your heels, our legal team has pre-approved you to recite this passage from our colonial trading rights, pursuant to regulations following internally preserved Borst. Such a business entity would therefore be entitled to gather, maintain, and ultimately dispose of decommissioned agricultural hardware and accessories for profit or convenience. The short version, if we handled potted meat, we can legally salvage tractors and tractor parts. That's why I keep a can of Borst on the Sublight-owned safe deposit box off-world, and why the goods you bring on are cataloged as farm equipment. Everything we do is perfectly legal. Now go bring some bacon. Alright.
Seeing you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Okay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
Void sounds like
Lucky
fun.
for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Alright.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Okay.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
I bet. Oh my... Oh. What? Okay, so I can't... Interesting. What? Oh my gosh. Goodness. How do I get unrestricted stock? Okay.
CNP Borston.
Alright, let's go hunt down this guy. And also get those space parts. Gosh, sci-fi's so cool.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Well, I'm captain. Put down that before you incinerate the entire deck.
I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
There's no... Oh. Whew. Yeah.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Okay. How about I just kill you and take the parts?
Incoming!
Down they go!
Medical drone? All right. That was a fun time. I was trying to get it out, you know, without killing anyone. Enclosed padded helmet. Engineer. Montag. Plasma. That one does a lot more damage. That's a flamethrower, that's why. Shh. Oops. Okay. Might as well steal. I don't know what this is stealing. It's like stealing from criminals. Alright. So we got, I can claim that bounty, that's for sure. What is the parts? Parts. Okay. Scrap mechanical. Feeling that you're gonna reactivate at some point.
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
Tried 70 years by accident.
Nice kill!
Well, you're being stupid. Oh my gosh, get up, buddy. Flaw tutorial. During adventures, you may happen to your character that a trigger flaw to blah blah blah. That can trigger a flaw offer. Taking a flaw is optional, but you provides you with a perk. Choice is yours. Robophobia. Automechanicals now give you the willies. When they're attacking you, your party, you're not as effective as you used to be. Yeah, sure. Robophobia. Guess I have a bunch of companions. So, extra XP. Not a bad idea. Alright, let's... Big cartridges. I don't want to steal anything because there's a guy in this room.
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by.
McRed's dead.
It's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam.
I came to grab.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Alright, perfect.
You're fast.
I don't get why this is stealing. Steal Petey? Big cartridge, maglock. Probably gonna like get up there and just get arrested immediately. It's up there. So how do I get up there? Where is... Oops. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
People don't like worms in their shrooms. Here we go!
We were destined to prevail.
I have to say, I'm a bit disappointed. In whatchamacallit. The AI in this game. Just enter into combat and they just run directly into the line of fire. What? Plasma cutter. It's not the way to go. Thought for sure this was going to be the way. Guess not. Huh, ladder. Might as well steal. Or not ladder.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to
cleaner pastures.
All right. Anything we're missing over at yacht? Guess there used to be stairs there. What's this ladder? It's a different way. Makes sense. All right.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
Gosh, gotta transition yet again. Yeah, I will say, it's a great game so far. I'm probably gonna enjoy this. Might do multiple playthroughs, not in stream, that's for sure. This, you know, hasn't gotten many views to begin with, so there's not really a reason to keep playing it. Multiple playthroughs. But I'll finish it.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
There we go.
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Got it.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
What does this plasma cutter? 133. Plasma cutter it is. Block +5. Interesting. So there's a lot of stuff. Ooh. Gives me like a Naboo sort of feel. Too bad you can't see your character. It's a dialogue one. Let's go fix this ship.
The controls are on the back of the machinery shaft area.
Nice one, Captain!
Here, yeah. So you're up there. She was saying something over the radio. I couldn't hear a thing.
Good news? Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Shoot fast if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Bard. Bard?
Easy does it.
I think she said sneak past them. So that's what I will do. I'll sneak past them. That way, they don't have to repair them later. Where you going?
parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps.
All right. Skills. Let's get this up to 40. All right. Perks. Ooh, new perks. Science, weapon damage, movement speed during time dilation. I don't use time dilation at all. Undermine price up. Ooh, that's good. Dialogue skills. Ooh. When you have no companions. Consumable weight. That's not bad either. I'm gonna do Ryan price for now. Next one's gonna be healing, that's for sure. That is. Oh, I have some perks here. Check mods in the field, melee damage, armor rating, range damage. Let's go range damage. Vicar max. Dialogue combat effect duration, melee. Let's go melee, I guess.
System.
Come on, you almost...
Security.
Got over there, that coming now.
Just investigating.
Oh, wait, oh. Moving right through here. Okay. We'll turn in these 2 missions and then we'll call it a stream. And then we'll go to Roseway next stream. Finish up some of these side quests and stuff.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Alright. Edna. How you going?
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Well, yeah. The comm center routes all messages within, to, and from the Groundbreaker. We also switchboard most of the message traffic throughout the Halcyon system. Of course, we're about to go dead, so I may be reappropriated to Architect Knows Where doing Law Knows What soon enough.
Okay.
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
Check it.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
And I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
What do you mean?
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
Alright, enough. Time to go turn in this, yep. A lot of vendors.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
And turning it in.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off. I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardettes' backs, the Mardettes have got yours.
Nice.
Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
Alright.
With that bastard McRed dead, there ain't much else in the offing. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
Alright.
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Alright. So, I believe... Roseway. That is not the doorway out. So, let me actually go in here. Some junk. Oops. Engineering plus 15. I'll keep most of this. I don't need 2 control armors. I'll keep most of that. Alright. What's wrong about this Felix
Hey,
guy?
be careful with those crates, huh? My car.
To be fair, I'll probably walk into my ship. Yep, there he is. There he is. Told you.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Pretty eager to throw on someone you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
Come on.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in?
Heck yeah.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
I better not.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Nice. Alright, I think that's, what, 4 of the 6, and one of them is a robot, so I think we're just missing one.
Pick up any more strays while you were out? I suppose if the crew's quarters fill up, we could hang hammocks in the cargo hold.
So, ooh, Ellie has a level up. Medical. It's good. Get her all health stuff. Oh my gosh. It's a nice weapon. I don't need persuade skill necessarily. Might as well. And yeah. Now is there like a oh, wow, reputation screen. Primary groundbreakers, friendly, neutral. Revering, confused. That's fair. Details. Wow, that's a lot of XP. Head on rating, body on rating, sprint speed, crit speed, action skill. Alright. Well, this is good. I need to drop off some of these weapons in my thing, but I'll do that later. Good time as any to call out a stream. So I'll save there. We'll pick up, talk to some crew. A lot of chatting this time, but now we're going to be able to go off and do a bunch of things next stream. And obviously there'll be a longer stream on the weekend, but you know, weeknights and stuff, work, yada yada yada. I mean, if you guys want to pay me like $1,000 to a week to do lame streams, then yeah, but I doubt that. So yeah, this is what you're gonna get if anyone even cares. I don't think anyone cares. Anyways, so yeah, that's the plan. It's gonna probably stream tomorrow, Thursday, maybe Friday, and then we're gonna start new streaming series on Saturday and Sunday. But we'll do this in the evening, and then we'll move on from there. So thanks so much for watching.